Hello, guys. I hope you're all doing great. And yes, welcome back to my channel, Side Content. So, I just wanted to share a piece of news with you all. I have just finished watching the Dark series, and now you guys must be thinking that I have been pretty late in completing this as it's quite old now. I would be honest to you right now that I do not usually binge watch, maybe, and maybe that's the reason why I take a lot of time to complete a particular series. And whoa, I cannot stop thinking about it. I just cannot. It's just crazy how they have just done it so effortlessly. There were, not kidding, so many instances wherein I had to replay stuff because it just doesn't hit in the first go. Bet there are going to be many of us who do that, but who accepts it. After watching Dark, I really wanted to take up deja vu as something to speak, and it's currently going to be something that I'm really fascinated about. Most of us would be aware of the basic fact that deja vu may be described as a feeling, precisely which simply means already seen. Those who have experienced this feel describe it as an overwhelming sense of familiarity with something that shouldn't be familiar at all. Like you may have visited a place for the first time, at least in this particular birth. This is what personally, this is my personal way of defining a deja vu. And you just feel like you visited that new place prior as well, in the sense that the unfamiliar new place seems to be somewhat familiar to you. This is what exactly happens in a deja vu. Another example may be that you're sitting and eating a meal with a group of people and talking about a certain topic, and suddenly you get this, you get this feeling that you've already experienced this before. These people, this food, this day, this topic, everything same. I do not know about all of you, but when I had first heard about this term from my dad, it really got me feeling so weird. And to be honest, I started to think as to how can this even take place. So let's just talk about this insane phenomena. In this video today, I would want to make it clear as to why do we even experience deja vu. So I'll be taking up help from some researchers to explain what exactly happens. There are a lot of reasons for such an occurrence to take place, and of course, many theories that have come forward explaining this phenomena. Some people also take up a biological aspect of deja vu, and they firmly associate it with temporal lobe epilepsy. Yes, reportedly, deja vu can occur just prior to a temporal lobe seizure. Okay, we move on to another theory that states the theory of split perception. And this is one of the most widely accepted theories that suggests deja vu happens when you see something two different times. The first time you see something, you might take it out of the corner of your eye or while in distracted state. Your brain can begin forming a memory of what you see even with the limited amount of information. Now you have, seen a particular thing, but only with a slight, what do you say, slight attention, only for a brief amount of time. But even then, our brains are designed to take in information in whatever case. So your brain does the work, it takes in information even though you are distracted. So there are many chances that you might actually take in more than even you even realize. Yes, if your first view of something, like the view from a hillside, for an example, didn't involve your complete attention, you might believe, there are many chances that we might believe you are seeing it for the first time. But your brain recalls the previous perception even if you didn't have total awareness about it. So that's when you experience a deja vu. I hope I was clear with this particular theory. It just says that our brain can take in information even if we are in a distracted state. So when we are in distracted state, our brain splits up the information into two pieces. So when you recall that information, simultaneously there's another information being recalled at the same time. So you feel that you've already been through this, but it happens that way. Another theory suggests that deja vu happens when your brain glitches. Yes, it is called a glitch, like a sort of mix up when the part of your brain that tracks present events and the part of your brain that recalls memories are both active together. Like both past and present part of your brain are active together. So that messes up a lot of information. Your brain falsely perceives what's happening in the present as a memory and gives rise to a situation similar to a deja vu. I guess this is pretty self explanatory when your brain has got the present and the past, segments of itself being active at the same time. So that, it tends to produce an effect similar to that of a deja vu. Yet another theory that offers a valid explanation is of delayed processing. It takes place when you observe something, but the information you take in through your senses is transmitted to your brain along two separate routes rather than just one, which is a normal case. So, what happens is when you take in information from your surroundings, the information which is transmitted through our senses is taken in from two different routes, but normally it takes place through one only. One of these routes gets the information to your brain a little more rapidly than the other. This delay may be extremely insignificant, but it still leads your brain to read this single event as two different experiences. Even this, I hope, is self explanatory. What happens is your brain, it sends information by mistake in two different routes. So, what happens is there's one route that takes in information a little faster than the second one. So what happens is the brain tends to save these two similar information into two different segments, two different experiences. So these were some of the causes which I feel were easy to understand and take in, because I know that deja vu is a very vague and paranormal sort of a topic and still has a lot of research work, which has to be done in this field. I hope that now we are aware about why do we even experience something like deja vu. Hoping to see you all in the next video of my channel that's going to be again talking about another not so talked about topic. Till then, see ya.